Hi, Mariana.
Kinda.
This is exciting. How does
Crypto
it get even better?
scams.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Well,
Yeah.
well, we were having a conversation today, and I share with Mariana a lot. And so hi, I'm Erin Chanel, and this is,
Mariana
yeah.
Carrillo.
Yeah, and I'm in Mariana's Trading Mama Crypto School. And I have told Mariana for 7 weeks now straight how aware it's requiring me to be in every aspect of my life. And that has been super fun and super generative, which I didn't realize how unaware or how not present that I was being or unaccountable I was being. So in this topic of scams, what I really love about it is how much are we just scamming ourselves every day in everyday life in our idea of business. And a lot of us have loads of certifications or we've taken lots of classes and we don't consider those scams, but did we truly get what we were looking out of that? We give hundreds, thousands of dollars away and we don't consider that necessarily. It's like an accepted scam of, not that we're doing all those things. So it's just this idea that I loved you were playing with of scamming ourselves first and
Yeah.
foremost. Like it's the ultimate scam.
Yes. So we were talking earlier about crypto scams. So
Yeah.
if you guys heard of the cryptocurrency world or blockchain or whatever, I love this quote from the late night host John Oliver that says, "Cryptocurrency is like everything you didn't know about money plus everything you didn't know about computers combined." So it's like it can be
It's,
just really like, holy shit, like what's going on here? So
yeah.
and there's a lot of scams out there, and scammers take advantage of the fact of the loophole that people aren't tech savvy or don't know about finances or investing or money. And so they present some flashy, like come here and people
And I
fall
fell
for it. And
for it.
people fall for it all the time. Yes, Erin
I
fell
did.
for a crypto scam. And so it's like we want to talk about like like well, we won't talk about exactly what are crypto scams in this one, or we may touch upon that. But really, like, what is it that makes us fall into scams? Like, what? Because really, is it somebody, forcing you to do something you don't want to do, or is it like a point of view that you already have within you somewhere that then makes you kind of fall into that scam? So
That.
yeah, so I mean I can start with okay, so I read a recent article and it was talking about like why do people fall into scams? Like what is it? And number one was lack of education. Lack of education, just how like things work, right? Like how this technology works, how investing works, how interest works, right? So if you have an investment that earns interest, like how does that work? How are they actually creating money with your money? So, and it reminded me actually of my journey in being a business owner. So for the past 2.5 years, I've had my own business, and I thought I had a business is basically the scam. Like I thought to myself, I'm an entrepreneur. Here I am. I'm so legit. And it turns out like 2.5 years later, here I am, like taking stock, like really looking at all the pieces, looking at my, at, sales and revenue and marketing and just like all the pieces that make a business work. And, and realizing I've scammed myself because I don't really have a business. And so it's like,
So then what else is truly possible?
yeah. So it's one of those like, and so when I had that point of view that I had a business, but I wasn't willing to look at actually what a business is and what it takes for me to have a business, then because I was basically hiding that from myself, I fell into a lot of points of views that it's like, oh yeah, you can be a millionaire tomorrow, or like you can have 1,000 people be your customers in 48 hours, and just things that like I thought were like, sure, why not. But in reality, with my 2 feet on the ground, in a grounded way, it actually, once I looked into it, the reality is much different than that. So that's just like a little example of how our points of view, when we're hiding stuff from ourselves or unwilling to be maybe educated or whatever it may be, then we attract the scams to us, and whatever scam that may be for you. So,
Like the
and
bad
it's no,
boyfriends
like the bad boyfriends
and
like
girlfriends.
and girlfriends, and crypto is no different. So it's like, if you're falling into a crypto scam, like, is it actually the crypto scam that's like the bad thing, or is there something that we can look at in us that's making us fall for that scam? So yeah. So, and the good news is, once you like get educated, once you are empowered, once um, yeah, you know what, the number of viewers is really throwing me off. I just Okay, Facebook has this thing
I
where it tells
know
you
it's
how
not
many people are
it's
watching
not
you. It's just like,
quantified.
oh
Don't
my God.
quantify. Don't. Well, I think it's Ariel, and if it's Ariel, hi, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And so,
Hi,
yeah,
Ariel.
yeah,
Yeah.
if she's stuck with us. So,
Thanks, Ariel.
yeah. Well, I think I just keep reiterating this is a brilliant topic, and I've learned more in 7 weeks about investing in my life included, and then in so many other things that I've been venturing around in, similar
Yeah.
to that scamming energy of what I thought I was creating or what I thought I was being in the world. So I got scammed. I was in crypto's been pinging me for a year. I had my first, I asked Mariana to do a session with me and just kind of talk to me about the market and just show me stuff. And sure enough, she did. And then I just had this random friend who was like, hey, join this, come now. And it was that hype energy of, it's like a football game. Like, we go and it's great, of course. And you just put a little money down and it's all going to be okay. And didn't know the questions to ask. The websites looked legit. And the people were great. Like, these were my friends. So what isn't right about that? Well, a whole lot of things. Like, and that's a red flag for those of us that play with the Access tools. Anytime we're like, it's going to be great. Like, wow, what are you not willing to be aware of? And, Gary Douglas says anything, any energy that we're not willing to look at will own us. And so it's really invited me to clean up my awareness. And you've given us tools in the last few weeks of just knowing what to look for. But so much of the time you're inviting us with, hey, Lauren,
Hi,
what are you
Lauren.
aware of here? What are you aware of? But you're giving us also the nuts and bolts of, crypto is just one of the ways to invest right now. And it's fun and it's exciting and it's the buzzword. And so it's cool. And yet it's also totally possible and accessible to everybody. And I can't believe I'm excited about investing. And if Mariana can get me excited about investing, I'm just like, what else is possible?
And that's the other thing, like, you bring up investing because I think we've been sold that investing is hard, it's risky, we can't do it on our own. We need, it's like all this paradigm is now changing, because before it was like, you need a financial advisor, and that's the person who tells you how to do things, and you should hand your money over to them. And they are full of knowledge, they are. But with crypto, it's actually totally changing the game, because now you have people who are teaching themselves how to invest, and you have like 18-year-olds teaching themselves how to trade. I mean, this was like before a profession that was only for the pros, that was an exclusive kind of club, that you needed charts and data and all the stuff. And now anybody can do it. So it's interesting to see that movement. And I think it's causing a lot of people to be empowered to learn about money and how money actually works. Like, I actually didn't even know how money worked until I started looking into crypto, because at first, like everybody else, it's like, when I first heard of Bitcoin, this was years ago, and I was like, why is this thing worth $400? This is crazy. I mean, this is not real, I didn't know how not real paper money was too.
Yeah.
Like they're both just around because we believe in it. And granted, we believe in paper money for years and years and years. But it started me to begin to ask the question like, wow, so if we can fundamentally like turn the concept of money and value on its head, it seemed to me something that's been so ingrained in us. I mean, since I was born, this is what money is. I never even questioned it. Now all of a sudden I'm questioning it. And it really caused me to start learning about how our traditional system works as well as crypto. And um, that education is really what empowered me to be able to spot the scams and the legit stuff by knowing how stuff works. So I go back to like, if anybody's promising you that you're going to earn interest or going to earn money if you just give them some money, and that's cool. There's a lot of stuff that actually works and is legit like that. But especially around the concept of crypto or something that you don't quite understand, I think it's really powerful and empowering to ask, like, look in and say, well, show me how this works. Like, what are the cogs in the wheel? What's the behind the scenes? Like, how is this money created? And it actually reminds me of the housing bubble and the subprime lending mortgage thing. It was like, we didn't question it. We just believed it. We're like, I did too. I bought a house in 2008 and I was like, I mean, it was only $120,000 house, but I was like, but they were like, I think it was like no money down. And I was 21 or 22 and they're like, you're approved. And I'm like, this is great. It was like the jackpot. I mean, I totally like was in it. And then boom, the whole bubble burst. And like I sold underwater. I mean, I sold at a loss, like a $15,000 loss. So it's like, and it's by not knowing how things work. And then when you hear about like, oh, that's how the whole mortgage thing blew up because people were just inventing things and inventing things on top of invented things on top of invented things. So it's just like clouds on top of clouds, like vapor on top of vapor. It was like, oh my God, So yes, that's my story about scams, being empowered and learning is power. And it's like, and sometimes it's rough. Like sometimes there's areas we don't want to look at, like we don't want to learn because it sucks. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, right now, learning how to create my own business, I mean, it's rough sometimes. Sometimes it sucks, but it's like,
Sucks in the best way ever so far.
It's like, oh God, it's like, this is difficult. So, but that's not the end of the road. That's just the beginning.
No.
So how does
I find it kind of, it gets rid of everything in the closet and everything from under the bed, like all the ghosts and all the scary bits that we think, we just don't want to look at. And what are we avoiding by not looking at these little things, having money set aside for the things that are required and not the hopes and dreams business plan that we like, not even that we are choosing it, but that we're just aware of that's what we're told. And you used a key word, which is believe, and when you believe in anything, you hand your awareness to whatever that is. And what I love about playing with you and learning with you is it's one of the differences of what you're inviting, constantly being asked, what are you aware of? And it's not like, what are you aware of? Because this could be the next thing. There's not this intense investment pressure of this could change your life or ruin your life. It's just like, cool. Well, what are you aware of there? And what questions can we ask? Like, what is a lot of things in crypto? It's about problem solving in this 10 seconds and all kinds of other stuff. But you invite us, like, what problem are they trying to solve here? What use does this actually have? And that was a big hello when you're looking at coins and all of these products is, and I just attended a crypto summit the last 2 days and they were just like up to here gagging on everybody's trying to put a coin on something like this, they're pitched all day long on these, hey, I sell yogurt and I want to put a coin on it. They're just like,
but
please
it is.
don't come
I've
near
seen
my
that
door.
kind of stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
they're
How are
like,
you gonna
you're
use that
wasting
coin?
and I just appreciated kind of the patience of these men, because they're really being inundated. Like, so then we have the brilliance clogged by all the scams and all the misinformation and all the hype that, you know, these guys that I got to listen to, you know, who are really, you know, the auditing, they're on top of, because there's this ecosystem that is being built. If you want to pop in on this, let me know, but just pop in, that people are really, the value and is being created now. And it's so much of what we'd all like to see in the world. And so that's what I love about you. Are kind of this gateway for me to have the vocabulary, to have the tools and the skills to apply my awareness, which if you play with access consciousness, like awareness is above intelligence. So in these fundamental investing schools that we've seen, how much conclusion is that? And why don't we might not have thought investing was fun, because I mean, I kind of perceived conclusion before I hit the door of those places, like, oh, you're such and such, you only make so much, so this is only going to make me so much, so I guess I have some time before lunch to talk to you. So it's like, I just never wanted to be around investing. I just felt highly judged. And, you know, again, points of view that I had. And this is an equal playing field. So if you want to add anything about that, but the scams, it's like, it's heavy with scams, and how cool for those of us that are playing with the tools of access consciousness. A lot of people will be using those tools that watch this. It's like, wow, what you need to know then becomes, it's like, you know, if you learn a few things and your awareness, like that's what I'm finding, is my awareness is inviting me into doors that I don't think I could have ever walked into, because I have, and I'm willing to have my awareness and be present and accountable for what I know and what I'm aware of that is junk, that is, you know, back away from that, and just see what is. It's always the invitation, just see what is. And
so, Erin, and what did Lauren say? This true ones are actually looking to change the world. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, the true ones are actually looking to change the world.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, so Lauren's talking about the true cryptocurrencies are the ones that are providing value, meaningful value to solve a problem. Number one, there has to be a problem for more than one person, hopefully more than 10 people. Like, there needs to be a sizable market here. And number two, they have to solve it. Like, and not just telling you they're going to solve it, but you have to be aware that they're going to solve it with their solution. Because sometimes it's like, the problem could be like, I need a bologna sandwich, and they're like, I'm going to give you grilled cheese, and you're like, well, but that person wants bologna, and you're giving grilled cheese. And that's a really simplified example, but it can be that simple when you're using that awareness. Like, actually, this solution is actually not going to fit that market. So that's really cool. And what I was going to ask you, Erin, is what to you is the difference? So you have bought a scammy crypto coin.
I did.
So what? Yeah,
and I'm grateful it's not significant. I'm like, oh, I chose that, and
Yeah. And so,
like, can I get a T-shirt? Like, I don't even know if I can get a T-shirt for it.
I've been scammed and I survived.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But it's like, so what was the difference, like, when you bought that coin, and how were you perceiving it? And then now that you're looking at like more legit stuff, and like, what's kind of that difference? Like, what does your awareness say? Like, how can people tell when something is scammy versus something is legit?
It's like night and day, and I've only been learning from you 7 weeks. It really was choosing something beyond, like, I chose over my awareness. Hey, I really like this person. This person really likes this person. I've got $500. Like, this should work out. Like, how can this not make me money?
Yeah, this should work out. Yeah.
Doesn't go past that. You know, they have a website. Okay. They're excited about it. Those aren't things that are quantifiable. Like, those are just, and now if I would have looked at that website or had even the invitation through, so like one thing they talked about yesterday, and that you have kind of said is like, if people are talking to us like it's a great idea, and there really doesn't need to be any talk, there doesn't need to be any discount. Like if it's quality and value, you can know. Like they don't. There's no hype. There's no like buy now, buy get in. We'll double, triple your investment. And
that reminds me of okay, so John Oliver, who's a late night show person, he did this episode about cryptocurrency just a couple of days ago. It's hilarious. I encourage everyone to YouTube and go watch it.
I will.
But one of the things he was talking about was the scam coin called BitConnect. So BitConnect was a huge crypto scam, and it like just folded. It like one coin was up to $400, and then it went down to like $11. So people lost like all their money. But one of the things he was showing was a video of a conference, like a BitConnect conference, and this guy, and they like had all this hype, and they had this band playing, and this guy was like, BitConnect.
And there are a lot of, they all look that way. They all look that way too. Like we went through a couple of videos, like, and sure enough, it's like, come to our party. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like the difference between buying like a, a hokey car and like a Porsche. Porsche isn't like Porsche.
Exactly.
Like, my shit. It's just like,
it's like, boom, come here.
It's just quality,
Yeah.
And so you just go. So that's
and it sounds simple, but we don't choose it. We don't want simple. We don't want easy. We want to go, oh, this is going to be great. And I trust my friend, and I'm going to try to please somebody else by choosing this, which our points of view are really curious. And, so can you say a few more details about, not to give anything away, but like, and I have somebody knocking on my door, I think. Who can wait? Someone.
Or
like,
join
nobody
in.
ever knocks on my door. I know. So yeah, but what could people watch out? Like what would be the top 3 or 5 things where you're like, hokey videos are definitely number 1, because you don't need a hokey video.
Hokey video. I would say if anybody's
or
trying
not number
to
1,
pressure
but
you,
in there.
Yeah. If anybody's trying to pressure you to get into something, that's a red flag. And the pressure could be in many ways. It could be, for example, I made a YouTube video on crypto several months ago, and I literally had 10 to 15 to 20 comments of people saying, you should try BitConnect. Look at my referral link. You should try BitConnect. Look at my referral link. BitConnect. And it's just like scam, 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 scam. Because again, the Porsche, the luxury, the good product is most of the time it's not gonna have people trying to sell you with a referral link and all this. And I'm not saying affiliate marketing is a scam, but when it comes to affiliate marketing on financial products, that is a red flag. So I would say that. So that's number 1. If people are giving you their referral link or trying to pressure you to buy something, just look under the hood. It's just like, that's just I should ask some questions. Like, and from a legit curious way, like, oh, why are you excited? Oh, how does this work? Have you made any money from it? Have you been able to get your money out? So that's another thing. It's like, that's another thing. People say, oh yeah, I made all this money.
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? Oh yeah, it's in the coin. Well, how do you convert it back to US dollars? Oh, I will, or like 12 months. I have to wait 12 months. It's like, that's funny. That's weird. I wonder why I have to wait 12 months. So it's like those kind of curious questions. The next thing to look out for is if you go to like a coin website, a crypto website, and it's talking about you have to buy a package to get into it. And there's different levels. That smells like a pyramid scheme. If it smells like a pyramid scheme, it's most likely a pyramid scheme. So that's the other thing. It's like there's no packages in crypto. So so I would say take half an hour or an hour, learn a little bit about crypto, YouTube it. How does cryptocurrency work? Or go to I think it's bitcoin.org is a good website. There's also another website called 99 Bitcoins, 99 Bitcoins. .com or .org, not sure. But it tells you like how it actually works. So cryptocurrency is something that you can buy on the market, own yourself directly, and sell yourself directly. You don't need to buy it through someone. You don't need to pay someone to do it for you. It's something you can do yourself. So I think I gave this example the other day, but it'd be the equivalent of like somebody saying, hey, give me money and I'll buy you this book on Amazon. And it's like, well, why wouldn't I just buy it myself? You know, I can go to Amazon.
Yeah.
It's a really simplified example, but
it's
like
simple though.
But it is that simple. It's like, why would anybody buy Bitcoin for you when you can literally go to Coinbase.com, and that may not work in all countries, so find your own thing, but Coinbase.com, and you can buy Bitcoin yourself today, right now. It takes 5 minutes, and own it, and then you sell it, and you can convert it back to US dollars or whatever your currency is. So it's just like, be aware of how it works. Yeah. And then the last little bit is if anybody comes over or is trying to give you a presentation about something, like it's trying to say, come, we'll set up this time and I'll show you this presentation and it's really exciting. You have to get in on this on the ground floor. And again, there's the packages thing. That's just another warning sign for most likely a scam. And then the last bit I will say is Google. Google is your friend. So if anybody tells you, hey, have you heard about this coin? It's the hot, you know, and you'll get that a lot, right? The first thing you do, Google that coin, the name and reviews. So say it's a sandwich coin. You would say sandwich coin reviews. Mm-hmm. And if in the first 10 results, you get something that says sandwich coin scam, click on that and read it. And see why people are saying it's a scam. And just yeah. And it sounds simple, but it's like, yeah, I understand it takes a little bit to.
Yeah.
Crypto can be overwhelming and scams in general, but just empower yourself, know how financial products work, how money works, how money gets made.
And it's funny what we trust with our money blindly, you know, that our points of view, we use our money to follow these points of view. And it can be that easy to just keep yourself actually moving forward. You know, when we look at these patterns in our lives, like, why haven't I made the $1 million? Or you're like, what, you know, I work hard and I like something, we all know we like to work. We're creators. We don't mind the work. But then it's like always saying, well, I can just outcreate that, or I know I can make money, so I'll just make that. It's like, cool, but at what point are we just ready to be accountable for a lot of the stuff that I'm choosing isn't fly with me anymore, you know? Mm-hmm. And asking some simple questions, it's amazing how much money you can save in every aspect of your life.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mariana, thank you. And she has a question and answer with crypto this Friday and next Friday. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, so I'm hosting a live crypto Q&A. So if you're confused by crypto, if you want to know how it works or what the blockchain is or how do you buy it, what do you do with it, how do you store it? Because with cryptocurrency, you need to be your own bank. You're your everything. So you kind of got to know how it works there. So I'm having a Q&A this Friday, March 16th, 6 p.m. Eastern, and next Friday, March 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern. And it's any question. I'm already getting a ton of questions. How does it work? What do I do with it? Should I hold it if the price is going down? Have you heard of this coin? You know, all that kind of stuff. So come be empowered. It's just $10 a session, and let's demystify it. Let's demystify it so you can start having fun in this space. Oh, did Erin freeze? I hope I have. Is my thing still working? I hope so. Could someone type in something if mine's still working? I don't know if it is. Maybe I froze too. Oh, am I still on live? Oh, hey, Andy. Sweet. Okay, Andy still sees me. Oh, hey, Lauren. Okay, cool. All right, so, Erin has frozen. All right, let me see if I can just, I already sent it to her. I don't know if I can. Hi. Okay, so cool. So I'm not sure how to get Erin back on. I need to Google it. So, all right, everybody. I think that's it. So, crypto, scams, don't get scammed, be empowered, Google it, YouTube it, and I hope to see you this Friday or next Friday. And if you can't make it live, it'll be recorded. So, I hope to see you there. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Pam.